If you are thinking of getting a hair transplant, then you have found the right video. We started our journey at the airport, which is where I met up with my friend Ben, who's going to be going to get the hair transplant. He's been suffering from hair loss for quite a few years now, so being able to go onto this journey with him and document the process was such a special thing to be able to do. So after getting some fuel at the airport, you just can't beat a morning breakfast at the airport. You just can't. We headed towards our gate to board our flight to Istanbul, Turkey. I don't think there's anything better than leaving the grey clouds of London, knowing that you're about to go to a blue background country. So we had a nice productive flight. Ben did some beautiful art here. And before we even knew it, we had arrived in Turkey. We had landed in
Istanbul.
We arrived. We are currently walking through the airport to go meet our driver to take us to the clinic. Ben's going to get some blood tests.
Yeah, we're going to the clinic, getting some blood tests, so that'll be nice. I'm nervous and excited.
It's the unknown, you know.
Yeah.
The fear of the unknown, but it's the excitement of the unknown too.
Yeah.
The spontaneity.
That's
and then I think we're going to have a nice evening just chilling in Istanbul. Hopefully get a bit of food before Ben has to start your fast.
Yes, I have to fast for 8 hours
prior to the surgery.
But it might be alright if we can't find our way out the airport. I might not need to try.
It's very true. There we go, number 14. We're heading to number. And whilst we were waiting for our driver to arrive, Ben and I were just discussing the stigma around hair loss because it's such an unspoken taboo topic. Despite it affecting 25% of men by the age of 25 and 4 in 5 men in total, which is just wild numbers for such a topic with not a lot of open discussion being spoken about, especially on social media and in content these days. And this is where our wonderful driver arrived to pick us up to take us to the Elithair Clinic. And I don't think either Ben or I have ever been in such a fancy car before. The journey there was beautiful. We passed so many amazing and incredible landscapes. So we are en route to...
We don't know.
We don't know.
I think it's the clinic.
It's true.
But it could be the hotel. It could be nowhere.
It could be the falafel stop-off place.
Yeah, that would be nice.
It would be very nice.
Yeah.
And here's us arriving at the Elithair Clinic. Honestly, the lobby for this clinic was beautiful. It kind of just felt like I was in a James Bond film, like one of the villains' lairs. It was just sleek and white and so much attention to detail. It was insane. So after checking in, we headed upstairs, and this is where Ben was going to get his pre-consultation treatments done. So this is where he will kind of be starting to ease into the treatment and start getting explained about the entire process. So Ben's just had his blood taken. We're going to ask what for though, because we're not too sure.
No idea, but I'm assuming it's for a reason.
It's true.
Yeah.
Next we did a ultrasound to check the thickness of the scalp as well as the density of the hair follicles that will be used for the transplant. What I really loved about the team at Elithair was just how thorough they were with both the process as well as explaining it to us, because it was such a... We had no idea what the actual process was until really getting there.
My cardiovascular readings, I'm assuming.
How was all of the pre-op stuff?
Mental, but good. It's just very efficient.
Which was your favourite?
I mean, I felt the most comfortable with the photographs because I've had that done before.
The paparazzi.
Yeah, I held the microscope on my scalp and kind of analysed the density of my hair follicles. So yeah.
And the blood test,
cool.
The blood test.
The blood test, a blood test is a blood test. But yeah, I mean, having those pads stuck on and reading my heartbeat and stuff, that was pretty mad.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah. Getting there.
Getting there. In 2 days' time. It's completely different.
Fabio.
Yeah.
I'll just have full length hair.
Too much hair.
Yeah. I'll have to get a reduction.
So after finishing the pre-consultation, we said goodbye to Elithair Clinic for the day and checked into our hotel. We then decided to head into Istanbul to get some dinner because Ben had until midnight before he had to stop eating and start his fast before the surgery. And we went to the most phenomenal kebab house. We got falafel, kebab, hummus, all so much. It was called Tom Tom Kebab, and it was in the centre of Istanbul, right next to the Istanbul Tower. And this place was just thriving. The smell, the atmosphere, it was dreamy. We then wandered around the streets, which were just beautiful. It kind of gave off Christmas vibes. I guess Christmas in September. And then we stumbled on the skyline. It was insane. The atmosphere of this city on a Monday evening was just next to none. It was full of liveliness, full of so much going on.
That was amazing.
We then popped to Captain Candy so Ben could stock up on some nice little treats for after his operation the next day. We then looked in a few more of the local stores, saw some of the sights. This was the tower, and then headed in a Uber home so we can go get some rest before our early morning start the next day for Ben's surgery. How are you feeling?
I feel full.
All the falafel, all the hummus.
No, but honestly, I'm just ready to go.
Ready to go, and the ammo. It's true. T-minus 10 hours?
Yeah.
Which means buona notte. It's time to sleep.
It's actually 9.5 hours. So 9.5 hours. Go.
Crazy. Okay, well, we'll see you bright and early tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Ciao, ciao, ciao.
Bye.
So we started our day nice and early. I headed down to get breakfast whilst Ben rested a little bit longer whilst still continuing his fast. And
Okay, we're coming down. Thank you.
Mr. Sugar is ready to see you now.
Oh my gosh. Am I going to get fired?
How do you feel?
I feel alright.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm ready for it. I've got a bag with my Nintendo Switch and everything. I need to keep myself occupied.
Yeah, because you need entertainment for whilst.
Yeah, you're told to bring entertainment because it can be like 8 hours. So.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Fit check?
These shorts were £5 from Boys.
Nice.
Yeah. I've got a vest.
Classic vest. You need layers because you never know what the climate's going to be.
Yeah, and it's easy to take off like post-surgery. And I thought, because I'm going to be in some videos, so I thought shirt for some smart. Oh, my pickles bag.
Pickles bag. Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
of
and then
course.
the Crocs. The comfy cozy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll give me strength.
To give me strength. I guess off we go.
Yeah.
And the
Let's
arrow.
go.
So we hopped back into the shuttle and headed to the Elithair Clinic where we were able to check in and head up to the waiting area. All checked in.
I think so.
Yeah.
I didn't give them my very important
Yeah, like how you
cardiovascular reading. It looks quite even there.
It does. I don't know what that even means. Oh, it's upside down.
Oh, right, yeah. That was really bad. Now it's better.
That makes more
I think it
sense.
just is the regulation of my heartbeat.
Ben then had a verbal consultation with one of the doctors, just explaining the process a bit more and kind of how the day is going to be scheduled out and what's going to be happening. They then did some tests just about his hair thickness and kind of how severe his hair loss actually is to figure out how many hair follicles they'll need to be transplanting. And here's Ben reading all of his results from the pre-consultation tests from the day before. We then went into one of the rooms where one of the doctors explained the sort of post-surgery process, kind of what goes into the care, including sort of how he's able to sleep the next couple days and what kind of products he should use and how he should be using them.
I'm nervous now.
Are you?
Yeah. It'll be fine now.
It'll be fine. Look at the views, blue skies.
It's so pretty. I love those trees.
Yeah, it's very twilight. How do you feel?
Yeah. I feel as good as I could.
Yeah.
It's exciting. Put me to sleep for 15 minutes.
What's
I'm a little nervous about it.
That's just so that they can put the local anaesthetic in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's to reduce the pain when they inject. So, yeah. ready to go.
Perfect. And then you get to have a little food break too.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
And it's 6 to 8 hours, so it could be 6.
6 hours.
I reckon mine will be 6.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see. We then went into the room where we met the doctors who will start the process for the transplant. Here's where they'll begin to determine where they'll be taking the hair follicles from and figuring out Ben's new hairline. This was such an interesting part of the process to be able to watch. The doctors were very open with Ben and super thorough about what he actually wanted his hairline to look like. And they spend a lot of time in ensuring that his new hairline will have a very organic and natural look and be asymmetrical rather than just, a symmetrical line which just wouldn't look natural. And I really love the open communication between all the doctors and Ben when they were explaining and deciding and figuring out the new hairline. We then headed to the next office where Ben had his reference photos taken. And then this is where the head shave begins. So you could either have your head fully shaved or partially shaved, where you can keep the center existing hair on your head and they just shave the sides and the back, which is where they'll be taking the hair follicles from. And we are done and ready. Good luck.
Thank you. I need it.
So the procedure is scheduled to take around 6 to 9 hours. So in that time, I decided to go visit Istanbul and explore the city centre. And from exploring the bazaars to the mosques, Istanbul was just one of the most beautiful cities I've ever visited. And before I even knew it, we were done. Ben was out. How does it feel?
Yeah, I had it done.
It's done. Success.
I look very interesting with this top knot, but I'm honestly it was a very hard day because it's a long surgery, but I feel
9 hours?
9 hours, yeah. I feel like a weight's been lifted already, and I just can't quite believe this problem I've dealt with for 8 years is kind of cured today, even though I look mental. But yeah, I also look like I just dyed my hair red a little bit because of the blood. But yeah, now I'm good. I got a pizza, I got a Sprite, I got Ryan. So
ciao.
Yeah, we're all good.
We're all good. Success.
Successful, yay!
And after a well-needed sleep, we headed back to the Elite Hair Clinic where Ben had his post-op consultation, where they kind of explained what's the next few days, weeks and months will be looking like for him and how he needs to take care of his head in the area where the surgery happened. He was given his all-important protective bucket hat to keep his head safe whilst travelling and transporting back home. And this is where we had to say goodbye to the wonderful team at Elite Hair. And if you would like to book a consultation with Elite Hair about getting your own transplant, you can do so in the link in the bio. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed our journey. Woo!